Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to the Brittany Smith podcast. I am your host, Brittany N. Smith, the one and only, right? And I want to welcome you guys back to another episode. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome to the club. And if you're not new here, hey, girl, welcome back. I'm so excited that you guys are here. As you guys have heard, some of you have heard, that season 5, this season that we're in currently of the podcast, is literally me talking directly to you. If you're listening right now, I am talking to you directly. Okay, so don't listen as if I'm talking to a whole audience of people. I decided that we, as female entrepreneurs who wear multiple hats, we need community, we need accountability, and we need to be seen, and we need to be felt, and we need to be heard. And so I wanted to speak directly to her, aka you. And I wanted to talk today about something that we don't talk about a lot. We talk about the wins in our business. We talk about, the clients in our business. We talk about challenges with technology or applications in our business, but we don't talk about disappointment in our businesses. So many people start a business every single day. And majority of those people do not last in having those businesses be open, right? Like, you start a business. I think there's a saying that, most businesses don't survive the first 5 years. Disappointment in business is real. Things do not, I repeat, do not go as planned all the time. There are lots of challenges, lots of peaks, lots of valleys in business. And so I want to talk about disappointment in your business and how to get your fire back. Because if there's anything that I do know, it is that disappointment comes in waves, and it feels like in certain seasons, it's wave after wave after wave. It's thing after thing after thing of disappointment, to the point where you want to quit. Now, I am going to be honest with myself and with you. There have been days recently that I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to hang it up. Maybe it's time for me to move on and do something else. Maybe I just wasn't cut out for this. Maybe it was just to be for a season, until somebody comes up to me and lets me know that, oh, your podcast really spoke to me and changed my life. Or, oh, I love the work that you did for me. I had spoke with a client this morning, and he said, you pull something out of me, and I need to work with you. I mean, I love the work that you do. And so it's things like that that say, you know what? Okay, I can keep going. But those things even are not every single day. So I want to talk about disappointment and how to get your fire back. Number one is that you have to embrace disappointment as your growth catalyst. You have to embrace disappointment. You have to unlock the power of perspective as you reveal how disappointments can actually pave the way for your growth and for your success. You got to learn from the stories of other entrepreneurs who have been where you are. Learn from stories of other great people of how they have failed and pushed through their failure so that they can then succeed. Disappointment can be a tool in your toolbox. It doesn't have to be the end, right? And perspective is everything. Perspective is everything. So I have the privilege of being a coach as a part of a book writing program. And one of my authors was scheduled to get her book in hand before today's author party event, right? So they all came together to launch their book. And she was supposed to have her books in hand. And there was a screw up on the part of the printer. And so she didn't get her books in time. Disappointment, major disappointment. Why? Because we worked hard on getting this book out. Okay. We worked hard on getting it done. We worked hard on getting the cover fixed. We worked hard on all of it. Okay. So major disappointment. However, when disappointment showed up, she had a choice to make. She could either pivot and still show up, or she could sit in that disappointment, wallow in it, and miss her moment. So After delivering the bad news to her, I gave her some options on how we can still maximize the moment. And I could see and hear the deflation in her voice and looking at her eyes. I FaceTimed her. I said, okay, let's pivot. Let's figure out what we can do. And so we had the conversation. She said, okay, yeah, we can do that. She called me back later and said, you know what? No, we're not going to do that. She said, no, it's not worth it. Forget it. Basically, I'm just going to show up. I'm going to have my little postcards and that's about it. I'm not going to have a table. I'm not going to have anything. I'm just going to show up and halfway just be there. Right. And then this morning, the morning of the event, she said, you know what? She called me and said, listen, I'm going to do it. I'm going to show up. I'm going to have my table set. I'm going to do all the things. And she did. And it was beautiful and it was great. She was able to, I think, even prove to herself how flexible she could be, how resilient she could be, right? So she really embraced the disappointment and used it as a stepping stool to still be able to enjoy and experience this major moment because the book is done. Okay. It was a major moment for her. So one, embrace disappointment as your growth catalyst. Number two, reignite your entrepreneurial passion. This is to be said with any relationship, anything that you love for real. Okay. The passion is going to die sometimes. It's going to get really low sometimes. You're going to lose inspiration sometimes. You're going to feel unmotivated a lot of times. But you have to find ways to reignite your entrepreneurial passion. There are different practical things you can do, right? One of them being, remember why you fell in love with the thing in the first place. Why do you do what you do? If you don't know why you're in business, you're not going to last. If you don't know why you create the products that you create, you're not going to last. If you don't know why you serve the people that you serve, you're not going to last in business. And it's going to be easy for you to be disappointed in your business. And it's going to be easy for you to stay disappointed in your business. So you have to revisit your why. You have to reignite your vision. Listen to videos, like watch YouTube videos of other people who are doing what it is that you do and let that inspire you. Look on Pinterest and be inspired. Go to different events, go to networking events and be inspired. You have to participate in the reignition of your passion, right? So in order for you to really get through and get past disappointment is you have to be intentional about reigniting your entrepreneurial passion. Number three, shift your perspective for resilience and renewal. One of the things that I'm learning in this season of life is your business grows and evolves with you. Okay. Your business grows and evolves with you. And so your business in this season may not look like it did in the last season. And that is natural and okay. You have to give your business room to breathe and grow. Just the same way that you allow your children to grow, you allow yourself to grow. You have to allow your business to grow too. Some of our disappointment comes from the fact that we're trying to do old things in a new season in our business. You have to change it up. Change up your strategy, change up your target audience, change up the packaging of your product, change up your messaging, change up your brand colors or your logo, change up your team, change up the people that you've been outsourcing to, change it up. Shift your perspective on how disappointment and setbacks can become temporary challenges on the path to long-term triumph. The challenges that you see today are temporary challenges. They're not going to last forever. A lot of times challenges arise because we're growing. Hello? There's a saying in the church, new levels means new devils. As you encounter challenges in your business, a lot of times it's from the fact that you're experiencing growth in your business and you're learning new things. New things have to happen. You have to shift, right? So that's number three, shift your perspective for resilience and renewal. And then lastly, forge a supportive network for resurgence. Again, we talked about it last week. Who you hang around matters. Who you talk to matters. Who you lean on when times get hard matters. Who you vent to matters. Who you look to for advice and mentorship matters. Build connections. Surround yourself with a community that's going to lift you up when disappointment strikes, because it's going to strike. Okay? You have to have people around you that know you enough to be able to support you where you are. You have to have people around you that are willing to get in the pool with you, right? My bishop and my pastor used this as an example in marriage, where if the husband is drowning and he's like, help, I'm drowning, help, and you're on the sideline talking about, swim, move your arms, go get the life vest over there, as opposed to getting in the pool with him, meeting him where he is and helping him get to safety. You have to do the same thing for others and allow others to do the same thing for you. When you are drowning in disappointment in your business, you have got to have people around you that are willing to jump in the pool with you, hear your cries, hear your negative self-talk, hear your pity party, and then say, okay, that's enough. It's time to get up. It's time to keep it rolling. Or that's enough. It's time to go get some ice cream. Or that's enough. It's time to shower and take a nap. Or that's enough. Stop fussing and get focused, right? That is what we need in our lives. We were not meant to do things alone. And if you're listening right now, I know that you are the strong one. I know that you're the one who's always comforting and consoling and supporting other people. I know you're the one who likes to give help but has a hard time receiving it. I know you're the one who likes to keep your ideas to yourself because you don't want anybody in your business. You don't want anybody judging how big you think. I know you're the one who's exhausted because you're trying to make ends meet while doing 9,000 other things, when really you have a burning passion in your heart to do your business or do your ministry. I know that's you. I know that's who I'm talking to. And you've been disappointed because people are not showing up for you the way that you show up for them. People are not investing their time and energy into you the way you've invested your time and energy into them. I want to challenge you today to get your fire back. And you do that through embracing disappointment and looking at it as a growth catalyst, reigniting your entrepreneurial passion, shifting your perspective for resilience and renewal, and forging a supportive network. These are the beginning stages, right? Because like I said, disappointment in your business is inevitable. Things are not going to work out the way you want. They're not going to work out the way that you planned. And so you have to have a plan for yourself emotionally and mentally on how you're going to move forward. It's time to move forward. Stop doing busy work in your business. Stop getting all goosey about your social media posts when you're not pointing people to anything. You need to create the course and put it up for sale. You need to create the flyer and post the flyer. You have to do all the things. You have to get focused and you have to get your fire back. All right, guys. So listen, I enjoy talking to you. And I am launching something new beginning in September called the Daily Pep Talk. And it's going to be more of this every single day. 5 to 7 minutes of encouragement, motivation, inspiration, and kicking the pants for the Christian female service provider in the digital space. So I want you guys to go on over to BrittanySmithCreative.com. You can click the Daily Pep Talk in the menu bar and you can subscribe because it's a private podcast, which means only those who subscribe are going to get it. And like I said, you're going to get a note from me every single day. So it's like an audio devotional kind of thing, except it's not really a devotional, but more so we're just having a conversation every day. And if you want to be a contributor, if you say, you know what, I have something to say to women and I want to give some content, I want to contribute some content to the Daily Pep Talk, you can do that. Email me at BrittanySmithPodcast@gmail.com, or you can DM me on any of the different platforms, Facebook, Instagram, even YouTube, right? You can find me on all those different things and let me know that you want to be a contributor for the Daily Pep Talk. We're looking for daily peppers or daily pep talkers. And so you can find out how to do that as well on the website. Listen, I love you with the love of the Lord, girlfriend. You are doing the thing. You are working it. Keep on keeping on. Don't drown in your disappointment, but go on out there and get your fire back. I'll see you next week on another episode of the Brittany Smith Podcast. Bye.